Are you frustrated with your watercolor painting because they just don't look real? Maybe you're using all the same color and trying all the techniques you see in a tutorial or the watercolor articles you may read, but your paintings are still looking flat and dull. Then I'm having a good news for you. By learning to recognize this one thing in your subject matter, you can transform your art from flat to three-dimensional to give it a more realistic look. There are three elements which will revolutionize your artwork, and those are shadows, midtones, and highlights. Let me explain. Every single thing in the world that is visible to us and therefore to paint is only visible because of the light that illuminates them. Where there is light on something, there is also shadows. Highlight, midtones, and shadows are all words that describes tonal values of different areas in an image or subject. Highlight is an area where light is hitting directly to the subject. A midtone is a medium value where areas are illuminated but not directly. And shadows are area where the light is completely black. Learn to recognize these changes in a lightness and darkness of your image, and making the correct tonal value in your paint will make your painting so much better. So let's see and study these things in our today's first painting, which is a donut, but it's looking flat and unrealistic. It looks like donut because the shape is literal, and we know that donut is rounded with a hole in middle and with some colorful toppings. But why doesn't it look like real? An illusion of a painted thing which looks more realistic can only be created when we accurately replicate the light, midtones, and shadow areas on object. So now let's see another version of a donut which I have painted with more attention paid to the light and shadows area. It did take more time, and I had to use greater varieties of color to achieve the darker values. For example, the midtones with pink straight on the object, but to achieve the look of the shadows, it needed to make use of some darker colors like magenta or a deep pink. Our second painting is having some really good amount of shadows and lights, and because of that the donut is looking really three-dimensional and rounded. A great exercise you can try to practice this concept is painting some really simple objects like a ball or a block which has only single light source. Paint what you see and give attention to these three elements: lights, midtones, and shadows, because it will really transform your art into a more realistic one. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Till then, bye.
It's not a game, it's a rap.